Hi, I want to welcome you to the playlist Python Every Day. I am starting this playlist on the 21st of July 2024, and the aim is very simple, is to learn a concept in Python every day and just publish whatever I learn on YouTube. By doing so, I believe I'll get better at Python over time. I also believe other people learning Python might find these tutorials very useful. In this very first tutorial, we are just looking at why indentation in Python is very important and how it is different from other programming languages like C or Swift. In this video, I assume that you have already installed Python on your machine, whether Windows or Mac or Linux. If you haven't yet installed Python, just go to the Python website and go to the section Downloads and download that for your platform. We are going to use macOS, so let's go to the terminal. So why is indentation in Python very important? In general, to indent a code, you add a space at the beginning of the code line. In other programming languages like Swift or C, indentation is purposely used for code readability, but in Python, it serves another purpose. If you use indentation in Python, you indicate a block of code. Over here, I have already opened the terminal. As I told you before, I have already installed Python on my machine. So we can check the version of Python with the command python 3 -- version. You can see here I have the version 3.12.3. So I will cd into a location, then we will add a file. We are going to use VS Code to illustrate this example, but you can use whatever you want. You can use Jupyter Notebook, PyCharm, or any Python development environment you wish. So in this directory, I'm going to write code and then specify a file name. Let's call it Python Everyday. Then we add the extension .py and press enter. So that opens the file in VS Code. First, let's define a variable and call it passmark and assign it to 75.0. That is float. Next, we are going to use an if statement to illustrate this example. So we can add a statement if passmark, then you pass the course. Since this is an if statement, we will add a colon here. Then we press enter. You can see we get an indentation here. So to indent your code in Python, you can use about 4 spaces. Let's go back and press the space key 4 times. So these 4 spaces is equivalent to 1 tab. First, let's try to print the output without indentation. I will put a double quotation here and add the text you pass the course. You can now see here the print method is having an error. You can see it is even stated here why we have the error, expected indented block. If we go ahead and run the file, we will get the same error. To run this file, we can click anywhere in the code editor and select the option Run Python and Run Python file in terminal. You can see here it is stated indentation error. So let's kill the terminal and also run it another way. To bring the terminal again, we can press Ctrl and backtick. Then I will cd into the directory where I have this file. To run the Python file, I can write python 3 and then the file name since I'm using Mac. You can see here we get the same error as previously. So let's kill the terminal again. What we need to do here to fix the error is to place the mouse cursor and press the tab key. Then we press Ctrl and backtick to bring the integrated terminal again and cd into the directory. We can now run the command again, python 3 python everyday.py. You can now see we have the output, you pass the course. So basically this is how indentation works in Python. You can indent your code with even 1 space, but the recommended is 4 spaces, which is the same as a single tab. Thanks for watching this video and wait for the next.